Hey guys, how's it going? This is Bill again with Hangar Rats, and today we're going to show you how to put things in boxes. Hey guys, how's it going? So, this is the deal, is we ship magnetos back and forth. We repair magnetos here, and what we want to do is kind of show you what works and what doesn't work for sending magnetos. So, we've got a couple a couple examples here. This is a magneto, two magnetos that came in, a rather small box. And this customer, just for giggles, let's call him Terry. Okay, so Terry sent us a magneto. You can see oil stains and all that stuff on it. And oh, look at this. There's a freaking hole where the gear came blowing through the side of the box. Dogs are coming in. So we go inside and there's some bubble wrap and whatnot. We look at the inside and you can see how there's just hammer marks all over the place where UPS or FedEx, who shipped this one, FedEx, had their way with it, probably kicked it down a couple conveyors and all that other stuff. So anyway, this wasn't good. In fact, we ended up with a little damage on the magneto. So Terry failed. Okay. Now, we've got another set of magnetos. I haven't opened these yet. Okay, these just showed up. These came UPS. I'm looking at the box, and things are moving around inside, which is not good. Okay, and we're going to show you how to pack stuff more better. So let's open this up. This one here, just for giggles, I don't know. Let's call this one Ricky. Okay, so Terry, not so good. Now Terry, we've got all the magnetos ready to go back to the Terry customer. And we're going to show you how we print or pack those. So now, okay, we just opened up Ricky. So there's some bubble wrap here, or this big sealed air thing, and two magnetos with some paper. Not good at all. So these things are bouncing around, all that stuff. Now think about it. This is about $3,000 worth of stuff. So not good. So anyway, long story short, we can do better. What was that? Oh, something fell off the table. Anyway, long story short, we can do a whole lot better. So anyway, we're going to look at these. These are off of actually off of a Franklin. It's got aluminum gears, little biscuit thingy here, so we're going to have to get a hold of that. But all in all, they look like they have no extra damage from shipping. But again, with the aluminum gears and all that, we don't want to even risk damaging any of that stuff. So anyway, ooh, that's loose. That is real loose. Now that's the other thing we do on incoming inspection is we're going to check your play, make sure everything's looking good. This thing here has about, I would say, about 15,000, maybe 20,000 linear play on the axle or on the magnet shaft. Let's see what this one is. This one's tight. This one's pretty good. These are S6RN 21s. They are -2. They are older than the Hills. This one was made in 1952. So we're going to have to see what this looks like when we crack it open. Anyway, so that's packing your magnetos. So I'd say this is a fail too. We're going to call this one a fail. So the Terry and the Ricky, not so good. Okay, so the Ricky and the Terry, not so good. And then we've got some stuff here. This is the adapter. This is the Franklin adapter, which should really stay with the engine. We only got one of them, so we'll send that back. We'll clean it up and send that back. So not so good. Yeah, I'm going to give them both an F. They both get an F for packing, but we're going to show you how to do an A+ job of shipping these in the mail. So anyway, stay tuned. Here we go.
4 to 6 days later.
Okay, we're back. So we've got a couple magnetos ready to go. Got the dogs running around here. We've got a couple magnetos ready to go. We have the Terry magnetos actually ready to go back to Terry, which is great. So we're going to look at the boxes that we just looked at. So, and packing material. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this back to them. And you can see the box that the Terry magnetos came back in. We talked about this before. Had some bubble wrap in here, a couple other things, some paper. Ended up shooting through the side of the box. So this is totally crap. The problem with bubble wrap is it just keeps squishing and squishing and squishing and gets smaller. So it's problematic that way. Once you get some slop with a couple items bouncing around, it doesn't get any better. Now, what we may do is repurpose this and use some of this to wrap the individual items, but we'll see. So that's a problem with that. So the Terry box is way too small. And then the Ricky box. I was looking at this the other day and I said, this doesn't look too bad, except for the fact that it ended up, the magnetos actually ended up blowing through the bottom of the box too, because what they used was just some paper and that kind of stuff. That allowed it to ship this big bubble type stuff. This isn't really good. This is good for some very lightweight stuff, but not something heavy like a magneto, a starter, a generator, alternator, carburetor, anything like that. So this is also, as we talked about, that's a fail. Then we had some other packaging material. We had some stuff come in. This heavy, kind of heavy roll type stuff. Still not, as far as I'm concerned, not good for the main packaging. And then this is just kind of for gap filling with some light items. So that's not too good. So what is good? What I like to use, believe it or not, is all those Amazon boxes coming to your house. I like to just cut it up. I'll cut it up on the bandsaw, just cut a whole bunch of it, and then get that set up. So that's kind of what we'll probably be using. Again, I just cut a whole bunch of boxes up. We have way too many boxes coming into the shop. This is some other stuff. We actually had a radiator for this whole auto restoration, this Ford restoration, and it came in with some real nice high density foam. So again, we just cut that stuff up. We got all sorts of blocks there. We have a box here that some wheel and lights came in. I thought, well, this will be pretty good. This will be about the right size. But then when we really get down to it, there's really not enough room for any kind of what I call armor type, barrier type packaging material. I don't want these two magnetos to either bust through the outside of the box or to get into each other. So this is a little bit too small. So what we will use, and I just popped over to Wally World and I got a little bit bigger box. So this is a little bit bigger box, and what this will allow me to do is this will actually allow me to pack the two magnetos. I'll stand them up vertically and armor plate them with all around the sides of them with this stuff, or I might even use this white stuff because it fits. So anyway, here we go, making a box. Okay, that looks pretty good. I just temporarily taped the bottom with packing tape. That we're going to use actually fiberglass reinforced tape once we get all done, but it's just get together while we're packing. So now let's load this thing up with some magnetos. I'm going to put some armor plate down in the way of this white stuff. And what I'll probably end up doing is put some cardboard down before I get this. The big reason is I don't want the bottom blowing out. So I'll put a bunch of cardboard down on the bottom. What that will do is that'll spread any kind of point loads out, which we shouldn't have, because we're going to try to pack this max dense where there's no stuff going on. So that looks pretty good. I got about two layers of cardboard there. We put the magnetos in plastic bags. We've got them in plastic bags with a return to service paperwork and all that. Those all done. Tight. I'll give this a little, tape this over. Got stuff all over the place. Tape this over. Okay, so that's kind of our core package. What we're going to do here is we're going to have one on each side. That's the plan. So now I'm going to throw some of this in. I just cut one. We're going to throw this in as our bottom. Let's get that done. Get a magneto in and another magneto. Get the air out of this. Again, I don't want to put any kind of space in the package that might be compromised on shipping. So I don't want air in the bag, and then all of a sudden, first time a truck hits a bump, it pops the air out of the bag, and now we've got some loose cannonballs bouncing around inside the package. So that's that there. So that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to armor plate the sides. Boom. Put that around there. Zoom. Put that around this side. Looking pretty good. I got all these things I can use up. I'm going to start armor plating all around there. I'm going to armor plate each side. And now I'm going to armor plate between the units themselves. So I want to make sure that that is really snug. Now the other thing too is just in case this hard cell foam stuff, whatever it is, and you'll also see this in roll where it's a lot thinner. It's nice because it doesn't compress that much, so it's pretty good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to armor plate around the inside of that foam with cardboard, because I don't want anything to get into anything. Customers spend way too much money on these items, and UPS, believe it or not, will or FedEx, I don't believe they'll insure the items for actually what they're worth. So it's going to be on you. If I get something that's broken, it's going to be on you. That's just the way that goes. Okay, so now that feels pretty good. No, there's nothing moving around there. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So that is the magnetos ready to go. Boom. And then what we'll do is we're going to put some more of this white stuff on the top. Zoom, zoom. And then I'm going to just take a whole crap ton of cardboard. Let's see if I cut some of these small enough. More armor plating here, and that's just for any kind of point loads. So now I compress it, and I see that I'm a little bit, I still have quite a bit of room, got about an inch of room. I want to basically compress this like it's nobody's business, and I want to put some more of this stuff in. Put another one here. I'll put another one here. That's pretty good, but I think I'm going to put even more. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's going to be good. Tell you what, instead of those, we've got 2 layers of this stuff. We're going to load this thing up with some cardboard. I think that'll be pretty good. Boom, boom. And it'll allow me to get rid of a bunch of cardboard in the shop. So that's what's going on there. Zoom, zoom. Now we're always getting packages in, so we always have plenty of cardboard to use. Another piece or 2 should work. One more, I think, should just do it. Dum, dum. Then what we'll actually do is we'll end up cutting up. I'll take Terry and Ricky's old boxes, we'll cut those up, and those will be packing for the next set of magnetos heading out of here. Okay, so that's gorgeous. So that looks pretty good. Let's see what we're feeling like here. Okay, we'll get this stuff out of here. Dum, dum, dum. This is feeling, I'm kind of digging this. Yeah, there's no give at all, which is great. So now I'm just taking my regular packing tape, and I'm pretty much just holding this thing together. This stuff is pretty strong, but because it's just sheet film, there's really not a lot of strength to it. And I would rather do belts and braces on this thing and really make sure there's okay. See, that's the problem with that tape, is it doesn't last. So, and that was just temporarily holding it together. Get this guy back on. Get it together. And anytime I'm using this, even on a light box, I'll end up giving it a rub down. Get it all done. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Boom, boom. Okay. Good. Another one. Get this one done. Excellent. And then one across the whole top. Now, if you're reusing boxes, that's no problem. But remember, a lot of boxes, depending on what you got in it, if you ordered a bunch of towels, they're not going to really tape the box up that much. They might only tape the middle seam, and that's it. Okay, so now our box looks pretty good. This thing is pretty good. Yeah, this is I'm digging that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use, well, we're packed. We're done, right? Not so much. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap it with fiberglass tape, stranded tape, and then that way this dude will not open up. That's our biggest concern. We don't want anything to let this thing open up. And overlap your tape on tape, so if nothing else, it'll stick to itself. I think I just finished that roll there. Cool. So same, we're going to do that on this side and then crossways also. So let me set my big tape machine up here. There we go. That's how you pack something heavy like a magneto, starter, generator, anything like that. Okay, this thing, there is no give at all. This is going to be able to take it and bounce around any kind of brown truck, purple truck, yellow truck. What else? That's about it, I think. So that's what we have going on. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to see if Terry will give me send me a picture of what this thing looks like when it gets back to his place. So before he opens it up. So anyway, that's it. How to pack a thing and not tear up aircraft parts.
3 days later.
All right, from Old Farce Fly headquarters, we got our box from Bill, and he wanted a video of us opening and a critique of his packing ability, because apparently mine failed in getting the magnetos to him. One thing I noticed right off the bat is that the box has got one split on the top side here, but the rest of it looks pretty good. Let's see how well Bill did in getting the mags back to us. Now he's opening these for the first time. Haven't seen what's inside. But we've got box and cardboard for shim. And then we've got cut up packing stuff. Now the inside stuff, I don't know if you can get an idea inside here. We've got foam on the inside, dividers, and the mags are actually in individual bags wrapped in yellow tags, and they look pretty awesome. No damage on the inside. Everything's separated nicely. Like Bill said, he took a building or a box shipping course, and except for this being busted out here, I think they did a pretty good job. It came UPS, by the way. So, Bill, good job. I'll go install these, and we'll get them back on the airplane. Thanks.
Oh, I forgot. Like, share, subscribe, notify, comment below. And if there's anything else that might help you out making stuff for your aircraft or owning an aircraft easier, any questions you have on stuff, definitely give us a call. Hangarrats.com or YouTube Hangarrats. But comment below. Anything you guys think is kind of cool or whatever, let us know. If you want to see video of working on old cars, we can do that too. But let me know. But that's it for this one. Go fly yourself. Hangar Rats out. Catch you later.